Hello my friends all over the world, wherever you are. William Poloniak here again from Whole Health Foundation. Today I'm making a juice with the tops from 3 large beets and a variety of greens. These are kohlrabi greens, and I have other greens here. Let me show them to you. In addition to my kohlrabi greens and my beet tops, I have kale greens, collard greens, 1 huge beet, 162 grams of turmeric, 120 grams of ginger, 1 whole garlic head, 9 tomatoes that I harvested from my garden, French sorrel, 9 cucumbers, and about 10 pounds of carrots. Now before I make some juice, I want to point out that I'm using the front-loading feed tube. This front-loading feed tube is an exclusive invention of Whole Health Foundation and eliminates blowback up to your ceiling 100%. I'm also using a near-zero blowback cutter, which has over 80 teeth cut into the 5 blades. So I'm going to install the cutter and plug in the thermometer because it's a hot and humid day here in sunny Southern California and we need to cool down the feed tube. I also want to point out I'm starting with the J grid for juice, J for juice. It has 3/16-inch holes, which is better for greens. Now I'm going to begin by putting in 3 or 4 ice cubes to cool down the cutter and the feed tube. Let's put in 4 ice cubes. You want the cold to transfer to the feed tube and the cutter, not shoot all the way through. So we're going down from 26 degrees, we're down to 21 now. Let's put in a couple more ice cubes. Now we're below 20. Now we'll start with the kale. Put in 3 stalks of celery. Celery is very, very fibrous, so after the celery, I'm going to clean my grid again. We're up to 26 again. And as I said, it's a very hot and humid day, so it's a good thing we have a thermometer here. I'm going to start with some cucumbers. Some turmeric, and garlic, and ginger. So I'm going to feed in this huge beet and follow that by French sorrel greens and then do my carrots. Now I'll start with my French sorrel greens. French sorrel greens, and we'll continue with the French sorrel until we're done. And we'll continue with the carrots until we're done. Now here's the last of my carrots. Every juicer sold by Whole Health Foundation comes with this cleaning brush, and it's the perfect size for cleaning the feed tube. Always clean your feed tube with a cleaning brush. If you do, the feed tube will always be clean and it won't have that ugly buildup of calcium that I've seen so many juicers have. The brush is also ideal for cleaning the cutter. So now we'll clean the front of the juicer and then reassemble. With the wet brush, I'll go up on the left, down on the right of this round escutcheon. Clean the front of the juicer, and then either with a damp cloth or a spray nozzle such as I have in my kitchen, you can clean the front of the juicer. Now I should have put a sponge down here to catch that water, but no matter, we'll clean it up. Now because my collection bowl is very, very full, I have to be very careful to mix the carrots with the greens. So I'm going to rotate this bowl in both directions, being as careful as I can to mix the greens with the carrots. I'm taking a package of 6 cloths out of the freezer, and I'm going to crack the ice on the corner of the countertop and then separate the 6 cloths, unfold them, and start making juice. So we'll unfold them. Now remember, you have to squeeze the water out of these cloths before they go in the freezer. If you don't, you would never get them apart as I'm doing here. Once we've unfolded all 6 cloths, I'll put them in the folding tray. Bring the tray forward so there's space up here for the folded cloths, and they're going to overhang the countertop just a little bit. So I'll start with a collection bowl for the juice and put in the juice tray. Now you want to get into the habit of putting the juice tray in at an angle, because over time, if you put it in straight, the cloths expand and push the sides out. So let's start. We'll put 3 scoops of pulp into each cloth, as I'm doing here. Fold it in thirds, just like they came in the package. As tight a package as you can make. And I'm going to press 2 cloths full of pulp at one time. And this goes forward, that goes over, this pressed pulp goes on top, and this tray, so that it doesn't drip on your countertop, you set it back, but not a little, a lot. You want it to be very, very obvious. So let's fill some bottles. Now I'm filling this from the back side just so the camera gets a good look. And notice I'm filling, leaving about 10%, and I'm going to add filtered or distilled water to this juice, because for me, juice is generally much, much too rich. If you want to, you can fill it all the way to the top. It's up to you, of course. So we'll pull the tray forward, make sure it's on the press plate properly, turn the juicer on, put in 2 more cloths full of pulp. Again, centered left to right, centered front to back, very, very important. All the way back, back it off a little bit. And I'm going to mention again that you do not throw away the pulp. You never throw your pulp away until the very end. And I'm going to show you how to get 10% more juice. So 2 scoops on top of the already spent pulp, make a very, very tight package. Now my friends, as you can see, I've repackaged all of the already pressed pulp into 3 double packets of repackaged pulp. And what I'm going to do is put these in the press and use a measuring beaker to show you how much more juice we can get if we repackage this instead of just throwing it away. And you'll see that we can get approximately 10% more juice. So let's put this in the press. Now in this first pressing, we got a little more than 16 ounces. Now what I'm going to do is repackage the pulp one more time. And on this first batch, because the container's too full, I'm going to pour it into here. And let's repackage it a second. We're pressing our last 2 cloths of repackaged juice. We have 6 more ounces. Now I could repackage this again, but for the sake of this video being not too long, I'm not going to do that. Now I'm going to top these bottles off with either filtered or distilled water. I use distilled water because I have a distiller. And then we'll cap them off and do a taste test. Now the next to the last step is with cold water, not hot water. Scrub off any pulp that's clinging to the cloths. And before I fold this into thirds, I'm going to clean around the tray. You would be surprised how many people never clean their tray. Well, my friends, as you can see, we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 22 bottles of juice, and at least 2 of these came from pressing the already spent pulp that most people would throw away. So there's at least 10% more juice, and we also have enough here for a taste test. So let's do a taste test. Delicious. Well, my friends, I hope you like what you've seen, and if you do, please tell a friend. If you'd like to contact me, my phone number is 760-753-0321. My email address is developtrust@cox.net, and my webpage is wholehealthbound.com. And if you'd like to buy a juicer or parts or upgrade your juicer, give me a phone call or send me an email.